Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Dynasty. What I got for y'all today again is another SOULCALIBUR 6 video. And yes, you've probably been like me and anticipating some new character reveals for SOULCALIBUR 6. There's been like little to no news for SC6. It kind of sucks. Of course, this weekend, PAX East is taking place and SOULCALIBUR 6 is playable for people in attendance. I wish I was there. Bandai Namco, fly me out there, please. But, yes, and it turns out that, unfortunately, the gameplay demo at PAX East is the old gameplay demo, so you can't even use the likes of Zasalamel and Ivy, so we're not even going to see new gameplay for them, and of course, Geralt is not in that old version either, so we've yet to see this new version, so all the gameplay that we're going to see coming out from this weekend is all a bunch of old gameplay. However, today, thankfully, turns out that the official magazine for Xbox did a massive feature on everything we know so far about SOULCALIBUR 6. It pretty much just reviews everything that's already been revealed, and of course they actually have some new details about like the actual process it took to get Geralt of Rivia as a guest character inside of SOULCALIBUR 6. Some pretty interesting stuff. They go pretty in-depth about like how Geralt kind of plays and what it took to get him in the game, and of course they also gave us some pretty badass screenshots of Geralt. For instance, bam! He's looking so kick-ass. I want to say a massive thank you to Freyua over at 8-Way Run, who actually just copied the entire magazine and put it online for you guys. If you want to read the full magazine and not just like the certain highlights, I'm going to be covering that deal with Geralt of Rivia. Of course, a link to all that inside the description of this video. So with that said, let's discuss everything they mentioned about Geralt from the gameplay demo that they played with him. So first things first, this is like the intro to the interview. Bam! With the stage of history being set to return later this year for lots of fisticuff fun times, we expected some classic characters such as Sophitia and Kilik to return, and maybe even a few new challengers to keep things fresh. But we never expected Geralt of Rivia from the hugely successful Witcher series to join SOULCALIBUR 6, and yet when we got to go hands-on with him in a recent demo, we left feeling like it was the most natural fit in the world. So of course, like I mentioned, they did get a chance to use Geralt inside a new demo, and of course that demo sadly is not at PAX East this weekend. Bandai Namco, you're killing me. Moving on to the next section of the interview where it says bewitching. Bam! Of course, transplanting a character from one game into another isn't as easy as it sounds. There's a lot more to it than you'd expect. As animation director Sebastian Kalemba tells us, our role was making sure that the Geralt of Rivia in SOULCALIBUR 6 moves and feels ultimately plays like Geralt from The Witcher 3, and it's not as simple as one might think. It's not copy-pasting something from one game to another. Timings, perspectives, responsiveness, these work very differently in a fighting game and in an open-world RPG. Basically, in order to make this work, it boils down to having to go back to the drawing board on many things. We decided to start with a detailed brief of the character, who is he, what he's like, and why he moves the way he does, and so on. Character art director Powell, I cannot pronounce that last name, I'm so sorry, was also on hand to make sure his appearance is true to both games. We also shared dozens of The Witcher 3 assets with creators of SOULCALIBUR 6 as part of that briefing. We wanted artists at Bandai Namco to have ample source material to use as reference when working on Geralt's model, his weapons, animations, etc. Everything needed to be perfect. It's the little things that sometimes make all the difference. We've helped with the hair, face, and body, little tweaks here and there. I think they really did an outstanding job transitioning Geralt into the world of SOULCALIBUR. From there, we started setting up core silhouettes and establishing the character's center of gravity. The latter is especially important. Geralt is always confident in battle, so no unnecessary movements, very steady. When he fights, he's always 100% focused on the here and the now, very determined. That's who he is as a warrior, and it's also something I wanted gamers to feel when controlling him in SOULCALIBUR. Now, it says there that the stuntman for Geralt inside of The Witcher 3 even made the trip to the headquarters in Japan, of course the Bandai Namco headquarters, just to supervise motion capture for Geralt's appearance. So clearly, based on everything I've just read to you over the past minute or so, it's pretty apparent that, of course, CD Projekt Red wanted to make sure that Bandai Namco had every opportunity to make Geralt of Rivia as authentic to what he was in the Witcher series as possible. They did not want to screw this up, and by all accounts, it sounds like they're really doing their best to make him just Geralt. Making Geralt in this game is just so cool. Now they go back to actually talking about what they experienced when they played the game right here. Bam! From what we played, all of that attention to detail has really paid off. Geralt moves and feels exactly like you'd expect him without feeling at odds in the Soul Calibur universe. His slightly bent prime stance as he faces down an opponent is reminiscent of him facing countless a horrible beast inside The Witcher 3. He can even use signs like Ard and Igni in battle to pin whoever he's facing before falling with a sword strike. His movements definitely feel a little faster, but that's to help keep him balanced against the other characters inside of Soul Calibur. But once you spend more time with him, you'll be forgiven for briefly forgetting that you're not playing The Witcher 3. So again, just to reiterate, I mean, Bandai Namco really did pull this off to the point where even CD Projekt Red is saying, like, yes, Geralt feels right at home. If you read that top right paragraph, it says there, one of the art directors says, I must say that Geralt seems very much himself and not at all out of his element in this world. So by all accounts, he's been pulled off to be as perfect as possible. They also mentioned that, of course, they brought back the same voice actor from the Witcher series to do his voiceover inside this game, as well as him having some classic lore one-liners and some cool cutscenes that stay true to his character. So overall, I am so stoked. Now, the final, like, closing statement right here says this, bam! Everything we've seen so far of Soul Calibur 6 has got us excited for its release later this year, and despite it still being in a demo state with a lot of finessing to go, it already feels great to play. Wonderfully flashy and quick to pick up, it's set to be the best entry in the series so far, and adding Geralt is the perfect way to tempt new players in. Boris from the team sums up the best. I think those faithful to the Witcher franchise, who have already put in countless hours helping Geralt spin, roll, and slash his way through his own world, will really enjoy what they can do with him in Soul Calibur 6. It'll be awesome and epic, and at the same time, it'll all be familiar, but in the grandest of ways. Now, there is a bunch of other stuff they discuss about, you know, Geralt of Rivia. I think they also discuss how they tried their best to please the Soul Calibur fans and, of course, the fans of the Witcher franchise, and just like Akubo's determination to make sure it gets pulled off in the best way possible. So there's a bunch of other stuff I didn't just go through and read because I don't want to just sit here and read for 10 minutes. But guys, surely you've gotten the point, and you're just like me, hopefully, and you're super stoked to see one of your favorite characters implemented in the best way possible as a guest character inside of Soul Calibur 6. So again, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you want to read the full, you know, the article from the magazine, I have that inside the description of this video. They talk about a bunch of other stuff. I left out like 6 pages. It's loaded. Go check it out. Of course, if you guys did enjoy this video, please take 1 second and drop a like on it. Make sure to subscribe for some more Soul Calibur 6 content. I'm sorry that I can't give you like super crazy news, but you know, give it like a week or two and I think we might see a brand new character or two get revealed, hopefully, if we're lucky. But until then, just read this article, be patient, and don't go crazy because I'm trying not to. I want to see some more Soul Calibur 6 so bad. But anyways, till next time, been your host from Dynasty. Take care, stay safe. Thank you for all the love and support on these Soul Calibur 6 videos. You guys are the best. You guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you later. Peace. Setups, you one of the greatest. You deserve more exposure, man, you underrated. To all the Dynasty haters, promise you'll love him later. Y'all gon' react like he did when he seen the trailer. But hold up, let me hit y'all with a twist. Wait, I'm Sub-Zero, the rap game is the Lin Kuei. You see, I've been a fan of Dynasty for years now. GTA, MK, and Justice, I'm still down. Rapper meets gamer.